Hi everyone. Sorry about that. I'm still coughing as I was in my last video, and I'm just going to use my useful device to open up a couple of parcels. I haven't got them ready. They're up here somewhere. I've got 4 parcels. Oh dear, excuse me. This one is from Tansy, Rayner, and that's feels like a book. Looks like a book, doesn't it? I'll come back to that one because it's not. Some things are urgent and some things aren't. And I have some things I need to do. So this is what I call a terry shilling. And what I need to do is, you can't see that, but it's very shiny. And the edges need to be filed down a bit. And it's taking such a long time. And I think what is in this box will help me do that much faster. Because once they're filed down, once the edges are filed down and the backs are sanded back a bit, made a bit rougher, then I can paint them, and then they can go to our brand new clutch committee. There's words there I'm missing. They can go to our brand new clutch committee members. And that will be a good thing because it's see, it's now June. They came on board some of them came on board in August. Gee, that was fun, looking all that tape off. And that was August last year. So they've waited far too long for them. So what I've done is I've made up 27 of them. Basically, I took this stuff, I actually don't know what it is. I should know, but I don't, because I only bought it like 3 or 4 times. This product, and I mixed it up 50-50, and I put it in the mould, which I already had made up from the second time I did the terry shillings. And what I found previously is I didn't even need that at all, is that the product goes off fairly quickly if you don't use it. So this time I used it all up and I just made 27 of them, which means the committee will have a few more to play with. So, and I think this, if I can actually get it open, do it this way, might help me. Okay, that actually did come out a bit. Try again. Yep. There we go. Oops. And of course, I pulled that off. So I've got this nice little box. Ooh. This is what I thought it was. I'm hoping it will help. There we go. Huzzoo! It's a little Kickstarter thing I backed some time ago. And it came in while we were away, and it's got this packing, which would be really useful for cosplay. Do I think about cosplay all the time? No, I do not. Although I did go to Oz Comic Con on the weekend. I only went on Saturday. And I figured that was enough. only bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books. I did not buy any kind of artistic stuff. Okay, so 2 parcels in this little box. So this is the Precision Saw Collection. And it's sealed. Very nicely sealed. And I've got my distance glasses on, which makes so much sense when I'm doing close-up work. So much sense. It is incredibly flimsy. I mean, it does the job, but it's very flimsy. Okay, these are individual saws. There's 2 different. This looks a bit like a saw. So that's one. That's not focusing because it is so small. Still not focusing well. Anyway, that's a little bit of a saw blade. And this is the other one. Still not focusing so well. Oh well. And this is the handle. And sealed again. And I just looked at it on Kickstarter and I said to myself, this could be really, really useful. And of course, when I get home from Europe, it's waiting for me. And I've still got all the Terry shillings to do. So this is what it looks like in the box. So I've got the handle, which there's something in there. Cannot use my nails. They are so weak. Ah. That's not what I expected. This is what I expected. That is a USB 2, no, USB-C. No idea what that metal thing is. So, USB-C and USB-C. And then I've got this thing, which is the Neo Sander charging dock. And funnily enough, that's what I'm unpacking at the moment, that Neo Sander. And it's the sanding part that might actually help me. Don't use my nails, I'll just break them. It's the sanding part of this machine that might actually do the work that I need without having to pull out a sanding block. There we go. I love how they're packaged. I mean, it's not so good for the environment because you've got packages within packages within packages. But at this point I check that I'm actually recording. It is nicely packaged. So that will probably go in the bin. And so this see, probably goes there. And then I plug the cord into somewhere. Oh, duh. I plug the cord into there, which it's pretty hard to see. Oh, it's a bit easier. And hey presto, it charges. At this moment I have no idea what this gap is for, if anything. And then I have basic sanding paper kit, which has, okay, I need to open this, and they've got a little thing that makes it really easy to open, which doesn't work for me. So instead I'll go back to my tool, my precision tool, which needs a very solid sharpen. I'll do that one day. I have my dad's sharpening block from, I don't know, the 50s or 60s or whatever. Okay, so what I've got here, let's see if I take it out of the plastic you can see better. They're little sanding blocks. And when I get to the heads, if I can open this, you'll understand why I'm saying little. Because, go to the front, I've got one, right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sheets, and each sheet, just try and flex that a bit so you can see, is, there we go, that's the best I can do for you. You can see all the lines, that's where I can cut it to get very small bits of sandpaper, to cut them up into pieces like that. That's all these little bits of cardboard. Oh, that is a wrench, and that helps put the saw head on. And then I've got the quick start guide, so I know all about it. So it tells me how to use the charging dock and tells me what that little thing at the front was for. And shows me the heads and the saw heads and all sorts of useful stuff. And then I get this. So that's all the first layer. So I take this off. This is why I got the entire package. Look at the colours. See? They are colour coded, so you look at the colour and you know what shape it is. Don't have enough space here. So you can see that shape, that's where the sanding paper goes. And it's hard to actually get the shape on this. And they're all different shapes and sizes. Oh, that's interesting. I remember now. The colours are different grits. So you've got two different shapes of head there. You've got this big flat head, big for a given value of big, and this little triangular shaped head. And so I thought that the colour corresponded to a specific colour on the sanding paper. But I seem to have all black sanding paper, so I'm really confused on that. But what it's got here, going back to the sanding grit paper, it's got different colours and different weights, grits of sanding paper. Anyway, I'll have to go back and check what I bought, because I was positive I got the coloured sanding paper. Of course, that was about 3 months ago, so who knows what my memory is doing. And there you have it. All different. So what it means, and yeah, it's on both sides. So you can see that the excuse me, you can see that the grit 1500, 1200, whatever, down to whatever that is, 180 grit. So you can start high and go low, and you can actually load up each head. So as you need to move, change from the coarse to the finer, you just take the head off, and put the next one on, which I think is pretty clever. And I really do love these colours, and there are different shapes in here, so having trouble pulling them out. This one, if you could see, it actually has 2 surfaces there, so you can go in and you can do 2 surfaces at once. So these oh, sorry. And this one, if I can pull it out, this one is sort of curved. So it's fantastic. So I get home, I've got to finish off these terry shillings, get them sanded back a bit so they paint better, get the edges off the outside, and this will be a fantastic thing to help me do it much faster. Isn't that fun? Because I've already spent a good hour just sanding them. Not sanding them down. What I did is I took this and grab one. I took this and I went and cut off the edges, and I cut them down a bit, and it took a good hour or so. I don't actually remember how long it took, and they still need doing. They need doing a lot better. And then they need an undercoat, and then they need the top coat, and then they need the extra colour, and then I can't get this back in. Have I turned it round? And then after they've got the extra colour, they need a finish. Yes, I had turned it round. So anyway, that is that parcel, and I'll pack it all up afterwards, because while I've managed to get this back in, because apparently it's not entirely square, this is going to prove a little bit of extra challenge. And I've just noticed what this is. That gives you the shape of the head. So you've got the one that's got 2 surfaces. You've got the one, where is it? In there with the curved surface, and you've got other curved surface, and you've got the big flat ones. And anyway, that will be incredibly useful for all of that cosplay I don't do. It's 15 minutes. You know what? I can do a quick one. This parcel was here waiting for me from Tansy, Rayner Roberts. It was here before we left for Europe. It's only a little one. I've no idea what's in it. It came fairly shortly after Nulla Singulatus, and I just didn't open it. I had no time, so I opened it now. Oh, It's a book. Curse of Bronze. Family curse breakers. I have no idea. I don't bother reading up on Tansy. I just say thank you very much whenever she sends me something. Open it on camera and look. Very nice. Very nice. Get cozy with guest lamp fantasy. I can read the back for you. Is there anything else in this? So, anyway, got back from Nollis. About a week later, this came in. And I just didn't have time, what with all the preparations for going to Europe, to open it. So I left it and I'm opening it tonight. I'd like to say you can tell it's night time because it's not dark outside, but I've got my curtains closed. Okay, who cursed the celebrated curse breaker? Charlotte Hathaway, right in the middle of the Eldritch Library. No one knows, despite the murder happening in a crowd of witnesses. Okay, that'll do. If you want more, go and look it up. Tansy is a good author. I haven't seen any of this stuff. I'll give it a go, but not tonight. But not, as they say, tonight. So, thank you for coming with me on this opening journey, unboxing journey. It's been fun. And I've got 2 more parcels, which I'll do in another video. And then I will be up to date. I have a number of videos that I took in Europe of varying things, and at some point I need to actually look at those videos, and it's only been a week by now. By the time you see this, it'll be 2 weeks since we get home. No, 3 weeks. And I just haven't had time to do all the things I need to do. So just look at my videos, look at my photos, upload my photos to Facebook, or at least the ones I want to upload. The bad ones I don't need to upload. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you on another video. Bye.